Well, what's up, everybody? This is Rob Barrington here, and this is another day one of our weekly challenge against the robots. We're playing imps this week. It's a strong point for the robot, or at least it was when it certainly is when we failed to bid our games aggressively on our end, like we did a few weeks ago. So we'll try to remedy that today. Here, we're starting with a pretty interesting hand. It goes past a heart on our right, and we're looking at this hand, off-shaped, but clearly only one bid with this hand. Our suit is pretty terrible, but our hand is so good that we're never going to fail to bid here, even if the suit is worse. We're always going to get in here with a spade because our hand is excellent, right? We overcall with good hands and maybe bad suits. With good suits and bad hands, we're not going to be overcalling with bad suits, bad hands, okay? And here, what's three hearts, folks? Take a look. What is that bid? Do you know what it is? It's very standard these days, right? It is not a conventional bid, and it wouldn't be alertable because it is technically a Q bid. But notice that they're jumping and making a Q bid here. What's that? It should be, and I would be shocked if it's not, something called a mixed raise. And notice this is available when we when we overcall one of a suit. Okay, and the reason it's available when we overcall one of a suit is because our suit is higher ranking than the suit that they opened, so we're able to do that at the one level. So the jump Q bid here, three hearts, actually shows 4 card support and 7 to 9 points. It's a very nice bid because sometimes we're going to be holding hands like this, and we're not going to really know if it's between if three hearts or if three spades is bid, it's going to be preemptive, and we're probably going to pass that. And if 2 hearts is bid, we're not really going to know how much to bid after this. I think we would certainly take another call with a hand like this, but here with a 9-card fit and such a good hand, this makes it easier for us, especially playing imps. Just bid a game here. 4 spades. We know we're not underbidding. It may be a slight overbid sometimes, but on top of this, and it looks like it might have been a little bit of an overbid here unless we get really lucky in the trump suit or the heart suit. Notice low heart lead. We know the ace isn't to our left. In fact, with right-hand opponent opening one heart, we're pretty confident that the heart suit is to our right and it's ace queen. And if that's the case, if they cash their 2 hearts, it looks like they're destined to get 2 spades unless they panic and kind of hop up with an honor in either of these seats. So here, not terrible though. We're okay to get to an aggressive game and go down one, right? Because the reverse is devastating, right? As we saw a couple weeks ago, we don't want to not bet a game that just makes at any table, and we just get punished with imps in these spots. So here, kind of happy to be here. A little unfortunate unless we see the ace get played here, and let's hope so. Jack, ace, no, okay. So we'll try to just play the 7 of hearts just to confuse them. Maybe they switch. No, not lucky enough, folks. So here we go, heart, heart. And now, avoiding the disaster in spades, right? They're leading the king of spades. I would be shocked if they didn't have the ace over there unless they're just short in this suit, possibly. Let's take a look. If they just cashed king of spades, that's just awful. Yeah, they did. Okay, so the rest of this hand you can see is very simple, right? We're just going to rough a heart over there and dummy, and we're going to take 9 tricks instead of the 10 that we need. Unfortunate, but take a look. They avoided a problem. What my plan would have been here, folks, because we know right-hand opponent opened 1 heart, they have some length, and we know if someone is short in spades, even the little information that we have, it's probably east. So my plan here would have been to have let a low spade towards the dummy. And what I hope for in all these spots is this crazy person hopping up with the ace and crunching into that king, right? If that happened, folks, now we just have it home free, right? But righty apparently has seen the robot make some hops with the ace. This is called the granny play. No offense to some of the older people in the thing, but back in the day, a bad play is just hopping up with an ace when you don't need to. When we lead low towards that jack 9, you just want to play second hand low. But some people panic, like, I'm going to take my ace of spades and then king, boom, ouch, right? Unfortunately, the robot kind of saw that their partner is predisposed to that sort of play, and the robots do that quite often. So we kind of just saw the robot make a very nice preemptive play for their partner to avoid any sort of defensive disaster. So well done, robot. We'll sit to board 2 here and see what happens. And take a look, guys. Another interesting hand where they've opened in front of us, and now we have a totally different bid here. This is honestly what a double should look like in heaven, right? It's even a heavy double here. It's 16 points, but remember, double is any value between 12 and infinity, right? So here, it just happens to be a very well-shaped hand, And if partner maybe shows one of these majors, we might even play a game here in a lot of scenarios. So we're going to double first. And of course, partner bids 1 no trump, which is about 7 to 10 points. And the question is, what do we do in this situation? Well, let's see what 2 no trump is. That's perfect, right? That's about 16 or 17. We should expect partner to have good diamonds here because they haven't taken a preference for any of the other suits, and we have a singleton diamond. So we're going to give partner a chance to bid a game, and there they go. Bingo. They're in there with 3 no trump. And notice when they show 7 to 10, we're not sure if it's 7 or 8. In that case, we don't want to be in game, or 9 or 10. In that case, we do want to be in game. So here, partner has clarified that for us, and we're going to be playing 3 no trump from that side of the table. So not a bad start for us. 2 games right away. One that went down. Let's see if we can make this one. And take a moment, guys. Count your winners and plan a little bit of the play on this one. So whenever my opponents have opened the bidding or done something constructive with their cards, I'm going to start with the point totals around the table. This will give us an idea of how to play a lot of the suits, especially if we have a ton of information. So here we have 16 high card points. And the dummy has 9. That's 25. And we should expect East to have at least 12. So that's 37 total points, which means left-hand opponent has about 3. I would expect one of those points to be the Jack of Hearts usually here, right? So now they have room for about 2 or maybe 3 if East is open light. But take a look. What are we expecting? Well, honestly, the most likely card they have is either one of those diamond honors, which is possible, or one of those club honors, which is amazing for us, okay? So here, we want to win this heart for sure. We're not going to take any weird finesses here. That would be kind of disastrous. And then we're just going to get to the business of playing those clubs, right? That's where our extra tricks are going to come from. We hope that East is on lead always on this hand, right? We have a diamond issue if they're not on lead. So here we're just going to kind of play a club, and we're just going to cover that with the 10, and we see the king. That's a good sign. When they don't play the queen, that's a very good sign there. King of diamonds here. Let's see what happens. And, ooh, wow, they're solving clubs for us. We like that scenario. Bingo. All right, so now take a look, folks. We now know that, boom, there's that queen of clubs, right? So that's 2 of their points right there. They have about value for 1, maybe 2 left. And we're hoping that's either the Jack of Hearts, and maybe we get a lot of information. Maybe we have some sort of spade play we can make here if we see some pitches. So we're going to play the Jack of clubs, and then we're going to play the 7 of clubs. There goes a diamond pitch. There goes a spade pitch. We certainly want to watch out for that here. Now we're going to play some hearts, right? The king of hearts. Just test this out. Queen of hearts. Ooh, oh, they did not divide evenly. Another spade pitch on our right over there. So now I don't think the heart is good, right? I think we're counting properly here. Okay, now it's not going to matter. If you're not sure, guys, and this will happen all the time, right? You might get to a point where maybe you didn't see a card. If you're not sure about this, and we've seen this a few times in this event, just play all your other suits first. Right, and save this last card to the end. I'm almost positive West just has a good heart over there. They're predisposed to kind of false carding every time they can. So here, this is like, yeah, there you go. There's the 10 of hearts. And boom, we'll take plus 630 for board number 2. Not a bad start. So the first board, you know, we just get to a game that we're destined to get to. And especially with the imps that we're playing, we're just always going to try to play games and bid them aggressively here. And after that mixed raise, you know, we just don't really have much of a choice. Get a little unlucky that partner has those wasted values and hearts on that first board, right? Wouldn't it have been much better if they just had the king of spades rather than the king of hearts? Sure, right? For sure. So here, unlucky for us, but we'll take that. We would expect the robots to be doing this at the other table. And here, just a very nice 3 no trump. And don't forget, guys, when partner shows values, right? Usually when you make a takeout double and partner makes a minimum response. And what I mean by that is they take a preference for one of those other suits at the lowest available level. That's going to be your 0 to 8. And in those scenarios, when you bid again, you're showing that big, huge hand, like 18 or more points, the super duper double, if you will, or the power double, as you've heard it called. But here, 1 no trump is one of those bids, even at the lowest level, that has to show values, right? So in that spot, we certainly are allowed to bid again when we have some extra values. We don't need that 18 or more points, and that's the crucial point of this hand, is making sure you get in there with this extra values hand and bid 2 no trump. And as you can see, the hand just plays itself, and boom, take a look. We were right spot on about our point totals over there. They had exactly 3 points. As we saw again, that Jack of Hearts is very likely to be there, and some other on in that club suit. And also notice, let me just show you the one giveaway usually. if the opponents aren't too tricky, right? When you see this, when they win the king, that is usually I don't have the queen, right? Because remember, when you're being led to defensively, right, and you're winning touching honors, you're winning the lower of touching honors to make it clear a partner who's the most important person at the table. Now, this is a classic false card situation as well. If you're a good enough player, you're going to know the false card because you're going to count the points as well, and no partner's not going to be on lead for this later. So I might as well false card if I do have the king queen. So just be mindful of that. But in general, if you're playing with opponents that are not tricky in nature, right? You're not sitting against a pro at this table, you can take that with some certainty that the queen is in the other player's hand. And also when we count the points, seems pretty likely that's what's happening here. Okay. And also take a peek, folks. Notice they didn't lead a diamond, which I don't think, it looks like we're still taking 4 spades, 3 hearts, a diamond, and a club. So it looks like we could still make, is that right? 4, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So if they led a 4th best diamond, we would have taken 9 tricks. Take a look at their line though. What are they hoping for by not leading a diamond? Well, they're hoping to get partner in so that they can come through the player that has shown the diamond stopper, right? They're trying to transport over to partner's hand in some way so that partner can lead a diamond through what they hope is like queen third in declare's hand, right? So pretty good lead by them if they're hoping to take all these diamond tricks. It would be hard for me not to lead a low diamond in this case, or at least the king, and see what happens. But again, they're playing for a specific holding and maybe hoping for that entry in partner's hand so they can be successful. So let's take a look at where we're going to start off. Looks like we're going to start off by opening an O-trump with this hand tomorrow. And that'll be Tuesday, folks. I hope to see you back here for that, and see you in some of the classes and other things we have going on either here on YouTube or right on bridgelesson.com, folks. So take a look at all that stuff in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Take care.